Mira was just a simple cleaner, but her IQ was 180. While cleaning the police station one day, she accidentally knocked over a big box, scattering unsolved case files. Without hesitation, she analyzed the records and quickly solved a case that had been troubling detectives for months. The next day, the detectives were stunned to see someone had altered their caseboard. "Who's the lunatic messing with our case?" they wondered. After checking the CCTV footage, they discovered it was Mira. The boss confronted her, saying, "Tampering with police cases is a crime." Mira casually replied, "Fixing mistakes is a good thing, isn't it?" Jack, a senior detective, was furious. "I've been solving cases for years and now a cleaner is lecturing me?" Mira confidently explained. "The victim's wife has OCD. Everything is perfectly arranged, yet one curtain tie is missing. That's impossible unless someone entered forcefully. The chair has tape marks, meaning someone was tied up, but the victim's hands had no rope marks. So who was tied up? His wife, and since he didn't resist, the killer was someone else." Her logic left everyone stunned. Later, a suspect claimed she was home all day, but Mira noticed something in her laptop video. "Bro, the wind direction is wrong. This video isn't from yesterday. The church faces east, a rule since ancient times. If you'd checked the weather forecast, you'd have seen this was a trap." Everyone was stunned. "How do you know all this?" the officer asked. Mira shrugged. "I watch crime shows all night, can't sleep." Impressed, the officer said, "Join us. I'll handle your social skills." Needing money for her 3 kids, Mira agreed. On day 1, she exposed flaws in logic, sneaked into a suspect's office, and stole key evidence. She later caught another suspect lying. His alibi made no sense, but police rules stopped her from interrogating him, leaving her frustrated. Frustrated, Mira yelled, "Bro, this guy is lying." Just then, the lawyer arrived and the suspect was released. Mira, furious, shouted, "This is why the police's efficiency is 0. The next day, Jack returned and admitted, "All right, I admit it, you were right." Mira smirked. "Oh really? Then let's solve this case properly." They recreated the crime scene, reviewed the evidence, and that's when Mira noticed something. A potted flower that had been fresh 3 days ago was now wilted. Mira pointed at it. "This flower has a blooming cycle of 4 to 5 days. So why does it look wilted in the crime scene photos?" Simple. Sophia and her husband were smart. One was a security expert, the other a botanist. They manipulated the temperature, altered the crime scene, and erased the real killer's evidence. Upon further investigation, the police confirmed Mira's deductions. Sophia and her husband were arrested. Jin, the senior officer, offered Mira a job, but Mira refused. "I don't like bureaucracy. I want to work freely," Jin smirked. "Fine, but if you ever change your mind, let me know." The next day, another twist emerged. Mira had 3 children who had never seen their father. One day, her daughter said, "Dad left us." Mira shook her head. "Number. If he never came back, it means something happened to him." Her daughter crossed her arms. "Prove it." That was enough to set Mira's mind in motion. She slipped on her high heels and marched straight to the police station. Kicking open Jin's office door, she declared, "If I work for you, you work for me too. I need to find someone. Roman Sinkeva. He disappeared 15 years ago. I want to know where he is." Mira was called to a crime scene. As soon as she took her first look, she immediately realized that the police's entire analysis was wrong. The victim, who was wearing tap dance shoes, had fallen from the rooftop. Jack assumed that it must have been due to slipping. Hearing this, Mira smiled and said she wanted to check the rooftop. Up there was only a phone stand lying around, making it look like a normal accident during a video shoot. But something felt off to Mira. There were no scratches on the stand, meaning it hadn't fallen due to force. She bent down and found a mobile phone with scratch marks on it. This confirmed to her that the phone's owner was left-handed. When she checked the lock screen, she saw an image of St. Anthony's Passion, something usually kept by Catholics. However, the victim wasn't Catholic. This meant someone else had been there with him. And it was also possible that while the victim was dancing, someone had pushed him. Jack was completely confused and asked, "How did you figure all this out just by looking at the phone?" Mira's IQ was so high that interacting with normal people was difficult for her. That's why she worked as a cleaner. But one day, the police department discovered her real talent and made her a special consultant. To solve the case quickly, Mira said, "Let's go to the hospital and check on the victim." But when she saw the unconscious boy, she fell silent before saying anything. It seemed like another dead end, until his co-workers from the repair shop arrived to see him. Mira quickly observed that 2 people in the group were left-handed and confirmed the phone belonged to one of them. Jack questioned Roland, who admitted, "We were filming a tap dance video when a black shadow appeared, and suddenly the victim was gone." The police dismissed this as nonsense. Only 2 shadows were visible in the footage. Mira analyzed everything and concluded Roland wasn't the killer. Someone else was there. Returning to the scene, she found a damaged car and opened the trunk. The killer hid here. To demonstrate, Jack locked Mira inside, but the trunk opened on its own, a secret button only a mechanic would know. At the repair shop, workers provided alibis. That night, Mira studied her missing husband's paintings and spotted a moon clue she had missed. She called Jack, reconstructed the case, and realized the killer had hidden behind the AC unit and was blinded by moonlight at the crime's peak moment. Mira realized the killer had accidentally pushed the wrong person. His real target was Roland. She and Jack tracked Roland to a bar, but by the time they arrived, he had already been shot and was lying by the riverbank. CCTV footage revealed an unusual gunfire spark, which Mira linked to previous jewelry heists. After analyzing robbery patterns, she discovered that the culprit had used buses instead of cars to escape. This led her to suspect a worker from the repair shop, who was eventually caught during another robbery. With the case closed, Mira found a crucial clue about her missing husband. His car had been seized 3 days after his disappearance. Inside, she found a packet of baby diapers, proving he hadn't abandoned his family but had disappeared while returning home. This revelation left her emotional, as she now knew he hadn't left willingly. While the case was solved, the mystery of her husband's fate remained unanswered. For part 2, subscribe my channel Flick Decode.